Should a Russian invasion happen, it's a scenario President Biden says is still a possibility. News 8's Demi Johnson joining us now. And Demi, you're learning more about how Hoosiers are stepping up in this situation.
Yeah, Phil, the Indiana group Mission to Ukraine is using this interactive map to help make decisions. Now, the map is from the organization Live Universal Awareness Map. It's an independent global news and information site. That site posts different warnings and alerts to let people know what's going on. And you can see there are several of those throughout Ukraine. Now, these blue ones show people different things like police activity, aircraft activity, where the red marks military equipment and possible threats. Mission to Ukraine leaders here tell me in the last day they've seen more military equipment near their site, where right now the group has dozens of staff members on the ground.
The threat is obvious. We don't know what's going to happen.
Natalia Griffiths is somewhere between hoping for the best and preparing for the worst. Griffiths is a Ukrainian citizen, but has spent the last 12 years here in Indiana, working for a company in Noblesville.
One of their programs was actually working with Mission to Ukraine, and they were sending their employees as volunteers on annual trips.
Griffiths says becoming a board member for Mission to Ukraine was her way of helping home while she was away. It's a job she says is getting more serious each day.
In 2014, 8 years ago, Russian troops invaded Ukraine. And as I mentioned, there are consequences of that. So Ukrainian sovereignty has been threatened. So Ukraine has been in the state of war for 8 years now. It's just recently that the things have escalated.
Griffiths says the group is on the ground in Ukraine right now. The organization helps hundreds of children with severe disabilities and about 1,000 women. It provides free medical services, counseling, food, shelter, and clothing. It's daily work. Griffiths says can't stop even if the country's invaded.
So we made a decision to stay where we are and not to evacuate our team quite yet. Again, we're monitoring, but at the same time, we're prepared to serve our clients because we do have relationships with them. We know these families in the villages. They come to our center every day, and we want to be there for them.
According to Pointer, Indianapolis has one of the largest Ukrainian populations in the U.S. There are roughly 19,000 Ukrainians in the Circle City. Griffiths knows about a couple dozen of them.
Some have had their families evacuated to a different country for the time being.
She says there are ways Hoosiers can help, and how doesn't have to be difficult.
I personally have been approached by a number of people, and people said, they care. I think support, if you know anyone in Ukraine, just send them, a message of support and say, hey, we're thinking about you.
Mission to Ukraine has a campaign going on right now to help people in case of an attack. You can find that information in this story on our website right now. Just look for it in the As Seen on TV section. Demi Johnson, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.